so about me and being so hungry, I had to eat gristle. Ay, how did the lady go miss? Ay, her she was magic, she mixed. Ay, met her at one of the functions, we caught a little rhythm. She caught up a friend, they kissed and we dipped it, and that's how we kicked it.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I? Can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I asked. Can I? Before I went live, they ain't know what I was. Ain't no one alive that could do what I does. Wait. Need a light here just to catch my buzz. Need Sprite here just to catch my cup. Now they don't really talk about us. Now they don't really talk about love. Honestly, they ain't never seen too much. What's love to a guy with a bag? What's heart to a guy with some cash? What's pain to a guy that's mad? Said. What's broke to a guy with a mask? What's both to a guy with a plan? I just wanna kick it, that's all I ask. Like, let me explain.
We find ourselves at the home of the world's first retractable natural grass field as you get a look inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Minnesota Vikings and the Arizona Cardinals. Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And they'll come out with a three tight end look on the first play of the drive. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
Ball carrier.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Vikings.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, Minshew to throw. Smith catches left side. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Smith Jr.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Minshew, 1st and 10. That'll be complete to Cook. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
First down, Vikings.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage.
Brought him down.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
And 10 at the 25-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now an option play on 2nd down. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
On the keeper. Daniil Hunter on the stop. A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. On 3rd down, they're going to go with the option. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
1st down, Minnesota.
A give to Cook out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Complete. Jefferson to target. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Out of the gun is Minshew. This one brought in by Jefferson. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 40. 23 yards the pickup there.
It's a gain of 23.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he's taken down inside the 30. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
1st down, Vikings.
On play action, it's Minshew. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. They'll run with Cook. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
Touchdown.
Dalvin Cook with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the third most in a single year. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up first and 10. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On second down, here's Penny. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 1.
$14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Cardinals, nothing.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And the Vikings are going to beef up their secondary here. 6 DBs on third. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he fires one, but incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs. And sometimes you can be a little too quick. Thus, inaccurate, incomplete.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And they'll get to this and down it inside the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they?
And now nothing but green ahead of him. 30, 10, 5, touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the second most in a single year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. And it is now 21-0.
Makes the score Vikings 21, Cardinals nothing. Harrison Butker is set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Jeff Gladney. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words.
And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson.
18, Justin Jefferson.
Justin Jefferson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead.
Extra point is good.
Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half.
Harrison Butker is set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
29-yard line.
And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
He pitches it. And he gets this up to the 34, out of bounds there.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
And this defense going to bring out a couple extra DBs here on 3rd and a yard. And they'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage. And able to find Kirk complete. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
Murray going to run on the option. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a top.
There he goes, left side. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, This unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. And he's going to try and do this himself. Murray fighting, lost the football, and the Vikings pick up the football. You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot, and that time he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get to the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
The 20-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
2nd and 8.
Looking to throw it. Minshew. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now, a little bit of space there for Cook that time as he winds up getting about 7 there on first down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't. Have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
It's a gain of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
60 Pittsburgh. Hey, Orbit.
They'll try to throw for it with Minshew. He's going to float this one. That's caught inside the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
Touchdown.
A big play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And this Viking offense is running away with this one. The extra point splits the uprights. And the route is on here in this first half.
Harrison Butker set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into... And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked by Jeff Gladney. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Keep on coming.
Butker on for the PAT. And the route is on here in this first half.
Makes the score Vikings 42, Cardinals nothing. Harrison Butker is set to kick off.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's third down.
At the 23-yard line.
To throw is Murray. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and run the option. They get this out quickly to the left side. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the 4th down play to result in 23 yards. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
1st and 10.
They'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And nearly intercepted. That would have been a hat trick, his 3rd pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
He was covered by Jeff Gladney.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls, and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. And his kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This one taken just inside the 10. Oh, a good return up past the 30.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. Second half begins with a run from Penny. Penny hit and the ball is jarred free. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. And they came out of the locker trailing. Not a good way to start this second half with their first drive.
Can't imagine that the discussion at halftime encompassed this at all. In fact, I'm sure they talked about, okay, kind of wipe the slate clean, start the second half, and let's go out and play the way we know that we can That's not a great example of it.
They didn't envision that. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Cook. Shifts free at the 15. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook with touchdown number 29. Too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And the fumble recovery leads to 6 points for the Vikings. Butker now to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Makes the score Vikings 49, Cardinals 3. Harrison Butker is set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
A 6-yard pickup.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penny. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
It's now 3rd and 4.
Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
Penny, a first down carry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It'll be an Arizona first down on a gain of 17.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
And now Murray's going to set up the throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB. Murray, a quick throw out to Kirk. And he's got some space here. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And mark him down all the way inside the Minnesota 10. A huge play there on the screen pass. 48 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Brings up second and goal at the Vikings' 8-yard line.
Mike 54. Mike 54.
On second and goal, here's the option. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Cardinals claw one back.
Extra point.
Brandon, would you say they went from agony to elation in just a few quick seconds on that play?
Probably thought they were about to give it up in the red zone and then touchdown.
Yeah, there is absolutely no way that they drew it up and said this is the way it's supposed to be done. It just happened.
But the end will justify the means. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time out, another touchdown. I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport. The road to be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth.
It's now 2nd and 6.
They run it again with Cook. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Phoenix, Arizona's the spot. Glad to have you along for the ride. 3rd quarter action and a 2nd and 10 upcoming. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Dalvin Cook, the ball
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it, and he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. He just joined the double-digit party with that last pick. He now has 10 on the season.
And that takes a great amount of skill, study, a tad bit of luck. But bottom line, he's had a heck of a season.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board. And he loses the football a second time. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to...
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. Devin Duvernay, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the fumble recovery leads to 6 points for the Vikings. Great corner out there, not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field, and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Sometimes you
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Throwing quickly, this is caught by Kirk. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 11 yards there, first down.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Shotgun now from Murray. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Murray now on first down. He's going to float this one deep right side. Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Levi Wallace with a pick. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Hurry.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
First down, Vikings.
Back to the ground, this time Cook. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And that's a touchdown, but hold on. There is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about. Brutal, so take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
Ready? 70, Indy.
Safety scraping.
They'll keep it on the ground. Cook. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It's a first down on a gain of 10. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And he's going to get this deep onto Arizona's side of the field. A huge play there on the screen pass. And even 50 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. And the Vikings are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line. Because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook becoming just the 2nd player with 30 touchdowns in a single year as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And this one through the uprights and good.
The score, Vikings 63, Cardinals 10. Harrison.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards to pick up. Good enough for an Arizona first. From the gun, Murray. Murray has the first down and more. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into his windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Murray again, 2nd and 10. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
3rd down and 9.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Jeff Gladney. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Now he dumps this off over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for their first of their timeouts.
16 yards.
It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Now Minshew. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That's good for 28 yards.
First down, Vikings.
Yes. Smoke.
Here's Minshew. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Butker on for the PAT. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
The score, Vikings 70, Cardinals 10. Harrison Butker set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. Murray's going to keep this himself on the RPO. And he stopped immediately there. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
No gain on the play.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And not much of an opening there as he's only going to get this to about the 32. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. To throw on third down. Murray. Murray has it knocked loose. Fumble. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now fourth down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. One, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But two, being able to punt it, change the field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now you